refrigerant levels.
Optimal.
Is it working?
Performance.
Peak efficiency.
Thanks, 1 hour man.
And pronto.
You really beat the heat.
Hey anglers, the best fishing charters in the Bay Area out of Hubbard's Marina on the boardwalk at Johns Pass. Hubbard's Marina has been catching fish since 1928. They offer everything from family-oriented half-day trips to the more advanced overnight trips. Nobody in the business does big group party fishing like Hubbard's Marina. They also have a great tackle store that can provide live bait and tackle to fish from their boats or from Johns Pass Bridge. So for the best cheeseburger on the Gulf, book your trip today at 727-393-1947 or go to hubbardsmarina.com.
The following is a commercial program paid for by Real Animals Fishing. The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of WFLA AM, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
Is that us?
It might be. We didn't get our normal intro, but
Starting strong.
that's all right. Open with a bang.
That's us. That's how we roll, man.
That's right.
Good morning.
Boom. Here we are. Good morning, Tampa Bay. 970 WFLA. Talking Fishing going to be here until 8 o'clock.
Unfortunately, only till 8 o'clock.
There it is. There's some sense of normalcy. I love that.
Yeah, we're back.
So we got we have a touch of weather coming, it looks like.
A little bit. I mean, bright side, we are getting a very strong cold front rolling through after the weekend, but at least it waited till after the weekend. And also, it looks like we've got a nice little window behind it, too.
I think what we should do is we need to check with our good friends at Old Salts.
Mm-hmm.
Did they, somewhere send a memo that the tournament was actually Monday?
Yeah.
Because this Monday's weather is more King of the Beach weather.
I mean, I would have thought that they were out there doing like a rain dance or something like that, but I don't think Tommy's been doing some dancing lately.
But it seems like maybe they just, wherever they send in the initial dates,
yeah,
that causes the weather to go to,
always be bad.
To hell in a handbasket.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that they must have said, you know what, this year, let's tell them that the tournament's on Monday.
Yeah, it is an absolutely gorgeous day for King of the Beach. It is going to be spectacular out there. Backside of a full moon, the water clarity got really nice with that east wind. Man, it is just beautiful. Bait is everywhere. A lot of people. Yesterday, the Old Salts King of the Beach parade was on and popping in Johns Pass. Just $1 million boat after $1 million boat. It was beautiful to watch.
I'll bet. Yeah.
It was a tough day. My neck hurts kind of, but it was really cool to see, man. Those front runner boats, I think that's one of my new favorites.
I'll tell you what, Jim Nassett at Pro Marine, he knows a thing or two about boats when it comes to this, especially when it comes to those boats that are right for the kingfish scene.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his team are the best in the business.
There was this gray hulled one that came to Don's dock. It was like a 40-footer with quads on the back with a big power pole move on the front. I was like, that's the dream.
Yeah, that's sick right there.
Yeah, I was slobbering a little bit. But then I saw their fuel bill. And I was like, that's tough.
I had that problem with the 32 contender. First time I took it out, I was like, ooh,
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it is. It has been cool to see, though. I mean, no problem for a lot of the teams that I chatted with catching bait. So, should be a really good day. Should be interesting.
Yeah, there's been a lot of kingfish around too. That kingfish bite's been good. It's weird because the reports I've been getting on the kingfish side have been
sporadic.
Well, very similar to what our inshore redfish bite's been.
Mm-hmm.
They're moving around a lot.
Yeah,
they were here today. They're gone tomorrow, and then the next day they're back.
Redfish was a little weird, but kingfish, I mean, that's pretty situation normal, right? With these big pelagics, especially coastal migratory pelagics, they got a tail.
But the only weird part to me is that if the bait stays, like you're on a piece, fishing a big piece of hard bottom, you're catching, a pile of kingfish, the bait didn't leave.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what pushes them fish off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, that's the beauty of fishing is we never know. It's always something different. You're always trying to figure it out. That's the magic. That's why we love doing this. But to me, it's just a head scratcher, Yeah. Even the redfish. I mean, at least inshore, you have a huge tide swing.
Yeah.
So if the redfish were on a flat, they have to leave.
Holy moly.
Yeah. Well, we've
been some big tide swings.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, you're going to have some serious tide swings with this wind coming.
Yeah.
That's going to move some water around, especially if it's out of the northwest.
Mm-hmm. It looks like it's going to be.
Yeah, that's what they're calling for.
Mm-hmm.
30, what'd you say, 30?
So Monday morning is a big cold front, big old cold front. It is coming through right around early Monday morning, sometime after midnight Monday morning, around 4 a.m. it looks like, and it is going to start puffing right around 28, 30 mile an hour, and it is going to be getting cold. That barometer is going to be dropping. That air temperature is going to be dropping, and the water temp shouldn't be too far behind it. I mean, wind finder right now for the Egmont buoy is showing 50s on the waters Tuesday morning, and it's going to get cold fast, and that's going to be a big front. And a lot of times this time of year behind the fronts, we have like a 24 to 48 hour period where it kind of calms down, and then a high pressure settles in, and then it starts blowing again. This front doesn't have that. Right now in the forecast, it looks like it's going to be really nautical Monday into Tuesday, but then calming down Tuesday afternoon through Tuesday night, and then Wednesday's not looking too bad. So hopefully things will calm down, and that wind will lay down, the sea will lay down, and waters will calm and get a little bit more clear, and hopefully the bite should recover quickly for the end of the work week, and coming into next weekend looks pretty good too. So really, overall, the forecast isn't terrible. It's just that 48-hour period Monday morning through Tuesday night, basically.
Just happens to be right before I'm supposed to film a show on the East Coast.
Yeah, no one feels bad for you.
Oh, come on. That's all I got.
Yeah.
I tried to get some at home from Beth. She's like, no, boy, no. Not happening. Weather update brought to you by our good friends at Reese Windows and Doors. You know, they're Florida's leading window and door company, over 50 years in business. They offer free installation. Most windows and doors installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. They only use in-house installers, no freelance contractors, and their work comes with a double lifetime warranty, which is by far my favorite part. That means you never pay for warranty, and when you sell your house, the warranty transfers to the new owners, which adds value to your home. Visit reesewindows.com for more information.
Exciting times. Plus, we've got Fishing for Hope. If you're going to King of the Beach tonight, the King of the Beach event is going to be awesome. They have so much going on, live music.
Where is it at this year?
Rock Park.
Okay, it's at
Rock Park. Yep. So King of the Beach weigh-in is going to be a big, huge waterfront party. It's always a ton of fun. So hopefully you'll have a chance to join them and enjoy that party, but take some dry food with you.
Take some canned goods, some dry food with you.
And if you do, there's drink tickets.
Oh.
Yeah, so bring a big bag of food with you to the King of the Beach Old Salts event, and you're going to get a drink ticket for donating that food. Plus, if you miss King of the Beach, you can't make it to King of the Beach, the event today at Rock Park, you can always join us over there at the Bay Pines Pro Marine location. So there's a boat right there, a beautiful sea hunt on the infield at King of the Beach, and we're going to try to sink the boat with food donations. And at King of the Beach, that event, they're collecting donations there. Then tomorrow, I think, sometime either tomorrow or Monday, definitely by Monday, that boat's going to make its way back to the Bay Pines Pro Marine location. It's going to be set up out front with a banner, and they're going to be collecting donations at Pro Marine Monday up until November 21st, the day before our event. Then they're going to take that boat and trailer it over to North Rome Avenue there, the Metropolitan Ministries holiday tent, and it will be sitting out in front of Donor Lane, where Mike and I will be helping unload vehicles and trying to sink the boat again. So you've got 3 different locations to join us for Fishing for Hope food drive. It's all benefiting Metropolitan Ministries and families in need in our area for Thanksgiving. So hopefully you can join us.
And the holiday season, you know, some of the dry food could make it through to Christmas, hopefully. They do a great job, Metropolitan Ministries, and this is a funky year, especially with the government shutdown, everything that's going on in the world right now. Metropolitan Ministries is definitely in need of extra food this year to feed those less fortunate. So let's make sure we pull together and make this a banner year. Captain Bill Miller started this thing with Captain Mel Berman and, you know, a bunch of other people, I don't know, many moons ago. Captain Billy Nobles and I were there at the very first one, and it was inspirational and incredible, and it's just gotten bigger and better. Now they have the holiday tent. I mean, we used to go over there to Florida Avenue, and it was kind of tight, you know. Now it's just, the venue's super easy. It's super easy to find. It's super easy access. You pull in. You don't even have to get out of your car. We have ton of people there to unload. There'll be all kinds of people from the fishing community there. If you want to come out, shake hands, say hello, please do so. That's what morning was that? What is the date? I don't have the date.
Saturday, November 22nd.
Saturday,
9 a.m.
Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
Is when it always is. That Saturday morning. We'll actually be in studio here. I haven't talked to Bill, but imagine Bill will join us.
Here.
Yeah, Bill will be here. So we'll have the legend, Captain Bill Miller from Hooked on Fishing will join us. We'll talk to him in the morning, and then we'll leave here, go straight to Metropolitan Ministries, and we'll be there till noon, 1 o'clock, unloading vehicles, just saying hello. So it's an absolutely spectacular day and just a feel-good moment. If you've never been involved in it, it's a good time. So
yeah, so if you're bringing dry food, you can go to Old Salt's King of the Beach event or go to the Bay Pines Pro Marine. Big shout out to Pro Marine and Old Salt's for joining us and helping us make it even bigger.
Great team.
This year and past years, they've been a part of it again. So it's really cool to see them continuing that legacy of involvement with Fishing for Hope and really appreciate their help. But you can bring frozen turkeys and frozen food to the event Saturday, November 22nd. But don't bring frozen food to King of the Beach or Pro Marine.
Just canned goods and dry goods, stuff. That should make sense to everyone, hopefully.
Well, needs to be said.
No doubt. No doubt. But it'll be a good time. Always is fun. We're looking forward to that. Lots of stuff happening on the water here. Kingfish bite is good. The redfish bite still is really, really good. There's some big schools of oversized fish around. I heard the triple tail bite is really good. I heard there's some big triple tail.
Yeah.
We've had a really good triple tail bite since like August, but there hasn't been a pile of big fish. I heard this past week, big fish just blew up. Yeah, maybe.
And we're seeing a lot of hogfish near shore. Offshore bite has been stellar when the weather allows us to get out there. It's a good time. We've got a lot to talk about this morning.
No doubt. Phone lines are open here. Questions, comments, fishing reports. You can bring them right here. 1-800-969-9352. The Bartow Ford Real Animals Radio Show. We'll be back.
Beautiful bills. The best bills you've ever seen. $1,000 worth. Pay a bill. Take a trip. Buy something from
Yes, sir.
News Radio WFLA after the news from 9 to 5. Grab the keyword.
Did you get your break, Mike? Yeah,
I did. Yeah, I put it right here. Should be okay.
Skip the hassle and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com.
I was going to bring up
Someone on the YouTube stream, Charles, asked if we could talk about the South Fishing Pier or the Skyway.
okay. Oh. I wonder what he wants to talk about there. Does he love the Pelicans too?
I don't know. Dude, we had a... Is it dead air on the radio again?
I don't know.
Sounds like it. Should we come back?
Hey, you got this? We can't hear anything in here on the commercials.
Yeah, I got it.
You have Medicaid and are new to
All good.
Medicare,
Thank you, sir.
you may qualify to enroll in
Right.
the Humana Medicare Advantage
Good catch, though.
plan with a lot more benefits like
What was I saying? Oh, there was our team is constantly rescuing birds around Hubbard's, and we have a couple cages under the stairs. They're always bouncing around and saving birds around Johns Pass. And like when a bird's in trouble, for some reason, people call us. Like other businesses will be like, "Hey, can you send someone down?" It's like, you guys can too. But long story short, they got a phone call and they went to try to save this bird, and it was on top of a piling, so no one could reach it. So they came and found me. They were like, "Oh, can you come help?" And I was like, "All right." So I come and help, and this seagull had his foot stuck because it was like a tri-piling, and he had stepped in the middle and got his foot wedged and couldn't fly away. So he's like struggling up on top of this thing, and then he got tired, and he's just hanging down, looking like he's dead from his leg. So I reached up there and unhooked his leg and got him back down and released him. And someone videotaped it. So we're going to post it to social media again. The real friends of the pelicans and birds will always be fishermen.
That's a great post.
Yeah. The last time I did one, it went really well because the pelican was hanging out in the dock and it just wouldn't leave. It was just hanging there. And we checked the ban, and apparently it was a pelican we had rescued the week before. And it had gotten rehabilitated and released. And then it came back to Hubbard's and was just sitting on the dock like a pet.
Make sure you put it in the same place.
I actually don't know what's going on.
Yeah, let me know. Post that to Real Animals too.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Not sure what to get him this holiday? You can't go wrong with a gift from Untucked. Every guy wants to unwrap our best-selling wrinkle-free and performance style. From polished shirts for
Yeah, so this pelican was sitting there, and it wouldn't leave, and it wasn't scared. So I walked up to it, and I was petting its head. And we did that post like I think probably 2 years ago. The real friends of the pelicans will always be fishermen. So I have that video too.
We need that. We need that for sure. Love that.
32 lost nuclear weapons? Wait, stop? What?
Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of history, a whole lot of funny, and a whole lot of fabulous guests. Paul Scheer, Angela and Jenna, Nick Kroll, Jordan Klepper. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Snafu with Ed Helms, and listen now.
I have no idea what my email address is for this. Like, they sent me a link. You gotta log in. To
Or
get your-
whatever email address you were using for the app.
years ago, like I would know.
That's us then.
Welcome back, 970 WFLA. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty, but the great Derek DeBose is working on it. We'll get through it. It's all good. I want to put a shout out to our good friends at Affordable Roofing Systems, shingle, metal, tile, flat roofs, repairs, replacements. You know by now, nobody does it better than Affordable Roofing Systems. Over 3 decades of roofing experience. They've done Dylan's roof. They've done Big Ben Marshall's roof. They did a repair after the last hurricane on my roof. Nobody in the business, in our opinion, does it better. They're defined by integrity, respect, and honesty. They have a professional approach to doing business. Give them a call today at 1-888-397-ROOF for your free estimate, or visit them online at affordableroofingflorida.com. Let's try to drop a dime in here. Let's go to our good friend Timmy D over here at Fisherman's Hut. Timmy, how are you, buddy?
Good morning, Captain. I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
We're good, buddy. What you got for us this morning? You're always bringing the hammer.
Well, I got 2 stories to talk about today, one being Kingfish because the tournament, but I happened to work a half day yesterday, and a little 10-year-old girl, I happened to look up. No one was really watching her pole, just bent right over. I thought she had a grouper on. I told her to reel it up, and she gave me one look and started cranking as hard as she could. When I seen this fish come up, I thought it was a gag grouper just because the size of the head and the color. It ended up being like a 20-plus inch doormat flounder.
Oh,
surprised me.
Nice.
I tried to step over the rail, and it slipped off. I was trying real hard, but she was a wildlife warrior. She had spent a little bit of time crying a little bit because we were keeping some of the fish instead of throwing them all back, so it worked out great. But I wanted to ask if you had a go-to for flounder rigs, or if there's any kind of the year that you're targeting specifically, obviously when they're open. But I had a lot of questions yesterday from those young anglers, and I actually didn't know too much because I don't target them as much. So I wanted to get your opinion on flounder fishing.
Hard bottom. I find my flounder fishing a little better near some of the passes where that bottom is firm. A lot of the intercoastal around Pasa Grill and all that, the docks. The key to flounder fishing for me is you have to be in touch with the bottom. Most of the time, right. Every now and then they'll be super aggressive and come off the bottom and eat, bait under a cork. It's not very often. If you really want to target them, I like artificial baits. I like paddle tails, and I like baits that are touching the bottom. New penny, for some reason, new penny is a great color, and I don't know if it's the shrimp fascination. I don't know what it is, but new penny is a great color. New penny with a red head, and make sure you're working it slow so that you're close to the bottom, and that's that strike zone for the flounder.
DOA shrimp was always my favorite.
DOA is a great bait,
I
too.
love flounder.
You just have to really – the DOA shrimp is one of the greatest artificial baits probably ever invented. The issue I have with DOA shrimp, and the reason is just –
you can't pull that off.
Right. My ADD just – it's really – you have to really work that shrimp slow. And if you're good, if you're truly – I think of Captain Lisa Fitzgerald every time I go into this mode because she's so methodical and so slow and so deliberate with the way she fishes a bait that it makes she does great with those type of lures. But you really got to be – taking your time.
If you think you're going slow enough, you got to slow down.
100%. You're almost crawling that shrimp across the bottom.
Yeah,
so. Good
works.
question. What else you got, Timmy?
So as far as kingfish, I know trolling is a preferred tactic for most people, either trolling a spoon, cedar plug, or a slow troll and a live bait. Do you have a preferred method whenever you're trolling? Are you going to do a little bit higher speed, like 10 knots, or you're going slow trolling if you're really targeting the kingfish? Do you have a preferred method?
I just keep it at line tight. I'm like a bump and go. There isn't a lot of speed involved. Make sure you're trolling with the tide, number one. And I always tell people, if you want to catch a smoker king, if your whole goal is a big kingfish, then you need to be trolling. Again, today's a perfect example. There are not going to be a lot of people just anchored up on the hard bottom trying to catch a big smoker king to win this thing. The great teams, like the Pro Marine guys that do it all over the country and do it at a high level, they're trolling all the time. When I take customers and I want to catch a lot of fish, then I'll anchor up on the hard bottom. We'll get a chum slick going. You'll catch mackerel. You'll catch bonita. You'll catch sharks. You'll catch kingfish, all in the same spot. You don't normally catch a big one. I've caught some 30s doing that, some 20s doing that. But if you're really trying to win a big tournament or you want to hang a smoker king, then you're doing the slow troll gimmick.
And a lot of people call it slow trolling. It's not slow trolling. A true, like, tournament-winning kingfish, like Mike mentioned, a lot of times it's that what they call slow trolling, but it's really like bump trolling.
It is.
You're just going fast enough to keep the line tight and keep the baits from tangling. So you're literally almost out of gear more than you're in gear. You're just keeping enough headway to keep those lines tight and those baits not tangling up. And you want to stagger the baits, only maybe put 2, maybe 3 out if you've got a wide transom, and you're just keeping that line tight. That's the goal. Some people will even drift.
Bump troll is a great, that's a great verbiage. That's the best way to describe it.
It's great for your
Bump
lower
troll.
units.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's why Pro Marine does it.
Right. No doubt. Timmy, good stuff. Tell everybody how they can find you over there at Fisherman's Hut.
Fisherman's Hut, we're located off of 14th Avenue down there in Bradenton, just right over the bridge. Give us a goog. I'm there 9 times out of 10 if I'm not working up with you guys. And if not, we have a couple of pro staffers we just hired as well. So come on in, come get your slow pitch jigs and anything else you need. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you, man. Good stuff. I love that.
The one thing about flounder, too, that we didn't mention is the near shore flounder fishing. The from the beach to 12, 14 miles, man, that is good stuff.
Yeah.
And that's, you don't need numbers. You go to the public wrecks.
Yeah.
And you don't fish on the wreck. You fish off the wreck.
Just off on the bottom.
On that sand.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Drop some of them mud minnows or some big shrimp. Super lightweight. Keep them right on the bottom.
Yeah.
Doormats.
Did Timmy just say, give us a goog?
He said. I was wondering if you were going to catch that.
I did get it. Give us a goog. Is that a new thing?
No address. Just give us a goog.
I love it, dude.
I love it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And yes, I did catch it. Timmy
wondering.
does a good job.
I was wondering if you knew what that meant.
I get it. I've hooked up with Capt Hubbard. I'm learning stuff all the time. It's all good. It's helping. We got our friend Donald and Luke's up next. Hopefully we'll hear from you as well. Phone lines are open 1-800-969-9.
From the local Lexus dealers, WFLA News Desk.
Yeah. Let's drive for 6 hours, stand around the concrete for 2.
Always a good thing.
I just wanted to get involved.
One woman who took a few meals told News Channel 8 that she relies on Snap to feed her son, and she is
Radio keeps cutting out this morning, keeping me on my toes.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Antonio Brown made
Yeah, white is another good color. White, root beer. I like chartreuse too.
and keep barbecue grills clean of food residue to avoid attracting bears. With Florida's News, I'm Tim Adkins.
Visit your local Lexus dealer or go to Lexus.com to find the dealer nearest you.
YouTube comments this morning popping off. going on, Golf Scuba, Charles Olson, Kevin Hawthorne, East Coast Thrills. Appreciate y'all. Morning, Nick, John, Angie, Billy, David, Jim, LaShonda, Greg, Jack, Alan, Jeff. Morning, Robert. Tom, what's going on, buddy? Randall. Jerry, what's going on, buddy? Dan the Fishman. Scott, Ray, Markham, what's going on, Cap? Paul. Hopefully everybody's having a good start to their morning. King of Beach Saturday.
Traveling by Tampa Airport, you're going to see several ramps and lanes blocked off with construction in the area into and out of the airport. So plan to be careful as you work your way through there. Also in the Ybor City area, there's ongoing construction on Palm Avenue between Central Avenue.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it, man.
State Road 39.
Yeah, we got Guide Checker going well. GuideChecker.com taking off. We got Pirate Ship and the new Red Dolphin boat. So, 2 new businesses. Keeping me on my toes.
That's what you need.
Yeah. Guide Checker's doing well. We're almost a little more than 50 now. Trying to get to 100 before Christmas. Why are you throwing your iPad around there, bud?
Why not? It's the only way to check and see if it's manly enough. Pulley Ridge.
Here's what's trending for the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The Bucs host the Patriots Sunday. Running back Bucky Irving and wideout Chris Godwin among 4 players ruled out with injuries. College basketball, FSU dominates Alabama State. On the gridiron,
Ooh, Veterans Day is this week?
FSU takes on
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Kentucky tonight. Magic beat the Celtics in NBA Cup play thanks to strong efforts from
Ooh,
Franz
car
Wagner
versus
and
school
Embiid.
bus.
On the ice, Lightning face the
Today?
Cavaliers tonight. I'm Trey Bender.
Who's in our school bus today?
Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes.
Is that a short bus?
Experience the power, precision.
You got to go to school on Saturday. You need extra.
Fatal crash. And Mike's making jokes.
He didn't say fatal crash. That's not what it said. Don't put words in there. Make it look bad. It's a car and school bus. On a Saturday, I just thought, you should have worked a little harder during the week. You wouldn't have to go to school on Saturday.
Yeah.
813-657-8818 or look them up online at brandonac.net and find out for yourself why Ace Heating and Cooling is the easiest.
I was headed home Thursday, pulling in the neighborhood, and I get a text from Chris Myers because I had 4 coolers on the back of the trailer loaded with venison. He's like, "Is there deer in those coolers?" I'm like,
We wouldn't know because we didn't get any sausage.
oh,
did we?
for God's sake.
Did we?
I just brought him sausage, people.
From last
He
season.
probably hasn't eaten it all yet.
I'm on my last pack.
See, he's not even done yet. I didn't get sausage yet. This is just ground. Did you just want ground?
Oh, ground venison. That's your chili venison and taco venison? Nice.
47 packs.
What do? You just mix it with some ground beef?
Not unless I'm making burgers.
Mm.
I always take a couple of deer a year and just get them all ground. Even the backstrap, I have it all ground, no fat added.
Mm.
Makes it super lean, and then you just put your taco seasoning in it or whatever.
So it's like ground turkey at that point, basically.
Probably even better for you because it's all truly
good stuff.
Yeah. Except for all that corn we're feeding it.
You know, they always talk about girl math, and they make those funny jokes about girl math and like saving money. I saw this funny one. It was boy math, spending all this money on a truck, a trailer, a camper, or corn to go out and shoot a deer. And oh, we saved money on meat. We didn't have to buy meat. I got all our own meat. Yeah, you saved a lot of money, didn't you?
I always tell Beth, she thinks it's all fun and games, and I tell her I'm hunting and gathering for my family.
She's smart enough to see through that bullshit.
Oh, for sure. She's like, I don't care, you're out of the house.
I got a weekend to myself.
She's like, go away so I can read. Your Steelers, Sunday Night Football.
6a-8a-1650 or visit them online at innovativepoolsandspa.net for an estimate.
Yeah, the deer are a big rut up there right now.
Top choice for families and
I had deer running everywhere chasing.
Oh, we got to talk about the South Pier too, and set up for the mine conversation.
Yeah.
Now your captains, Mike Anderson and Kelly.
Welcome back, 636 here at the iHeart Media Empire. Putting a shout out to our good friends at the Friendly Fishermen at John's Pass. You know, they're back under the management of the Hubbard's family, the same family that's been serving up the best fishing and dining experiences in Madeira Beach for nearly a century now. Come rediscover the Friendly Fishermen and taste the difference with the freshest seafood, improved menus, and the service you've come to expect from the Hubbard's name. Enjoy unbeatable waterfront views, a welcoming atmosphere, and flavor straight from the Gulf. Locals and visitors, come see what's new today at the Friendly Fishermen.
Yes, sir.
No doubt.
Good stuff.
Listen, your dad and you have brought food in to me for years from some great places, so I trust this place. It's in good hands.
Yeah, they have a really good fish spread. It is.
They have a cat putter.
They have a cat putter. They've got a salmon special this month.
I want the captain's platter.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
The captain's platter is hard to beat.
Fire.
You got the shrimp, you got the scallops, you got the grouper.
Stop talking.
It's really nice.
It's morning. I'm hungry.
Yeah, they have blackened, broiled, fried, Cajun fried. You can do it all different ways.
Derek, turn his mic off.
The best part is going fishing and then coming back and getting that fish cooked up. Then you got a nice big old platter of fish. Then you can do some bacon wrapped scallops, some fish bread, maybe some dynamite shrimp with it. I mean, you can't go wrong.
I had bacon wrapped scallops last night at South Seas.
Mm-hmm.
They were delicious.
And you could wrap anything in bacon and I'd eat it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But a
You can't
scallop
go wrong.
inside, though, is really good. I mean, that's, you know what I
Can't
mean?
go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little spicy Thai chili sauce with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you lost us. King of the Beach. Someone asked in the stream what time the weigh-in is. It's 4 to 10 p.m. and they stream live to YouTube as well. So if you can't make it to the event, you can tune in live on YouTube and watch the weigh-in. So 4 to 10 is the event tonight. And there's fireworks after for Veterans Day, which is coming up November 11th, this Tuesday.
Veterans Day. Big shout out to all our veterans. We, by now, if you've been a follower of the show, you know the veterans mean a bunch to us. You know, our men and women service members, both here and abroad, that make it possible for us to live this incredible life, as grumpy and crazy as it seems sometimes.
Grumpy on some
way
people.
better than most of the rest of the planet gets to live, and it's because of our men and women service members. So big shout out to them. Hopefully they have a great Veterans Day. Let's go to the phones here. Actually, we got a call coming up the top of the hour, and I missed most of this because I wasn't here last week.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
Travis brought it, or not Travis, I should say. Richard from the South Shore, the man, the myth, the legend himself, brought it up, and Travis was talking about it, the whole rock mine deal down in South Florida. And a lot of people have talked about it and claimed it's a rock mine. Some people are saying it's water storage. We heard from our friends at Captains for Clean Water, and they talked about from their side. Today we have an opportunity to talk to Matt Eidson from Phillips in Jordan, now just Phillips, and they are the company behind this new facility, this new storage facility of water, what some people are alleging is a rock mine. And it'll be interesting to hear that side of the story as well. So he's going to be coming on just after 7 o'clock and filling us in from their perspective, kind of private business approach to adding to reservoirs and water storage in South Florida. And apparently they've done like 7 or 8 of these things. This is not new. This is not something that they just came up with. And what's really cool is the speed at which they can create these water storage facilities. So learn more from him coming up soon.
investigative reporting done right here at the Bartow Ford Real Animals Radio Show.
You can trust us.
That's right. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's go to Donald in Lutz. Donald, how are you this morning?
Hey, good morning, Captain. Say, happy Veterans Day coming up, and Michael, thank you for your service.
Thank you,
I know
sir.
you were out there, but Tim Duncan calling about flounder. So pink paddle tails also
pink.
work really
I've
well.
heard that before. Pink, I've heard, is a good color for flounder. That's interesting.
Yep.
Love that.
Soldier's Hole there, Fort DeSoto area, Miguel Bay, all hold some nice flounder. So when that season opens up, I'll be hitting some of those spots in the kayak That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I've got my Dawson outing today, Donald and whoever shows up. We're going to be at the Bay Vista Park. Heading there. I'm almost there. Just going to stop and get some coffee because I need some. But
Amen to that.
yeah, I'm doing something a little different today. I'm doing the low country boil. So I've got the poundage of crab legs, poundage of shrimp. I don't know how many andouille sausages, but a ton of those, and corn and red potatoes. So,
but listen, I just told Dylan to stop talking about food, and then you come right in and start talking about food again, Donald.
Boil. That sounds awesome.
What is with you guys?
You're welcome.
Oh, we're hungry. We're men. We got to eat.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I get it.
Going to be a good time. Beautiful, beautiful day for it.
Time.
So much for my morning fast.
The tides are going to be terrible, but it's okay. We're still going to be, get out there, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
You know the absolute best time to go fishing? You know what it is, Donald?
Anytime.
It's when you can.
When you can, buddy. That's right. Get out there and catch
Exactly.
fish. You never know. Absolutely. Well, have a good day out there, buddy. Look forward to getting a report tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir. And you guys take care. Stay safe and tight lines. And everybody have a great day today. It's going to be awesome.
Thanks, partner. You too. Be safe out there. Should be a beautiful day on the water. Yesterday, when I was headed to South Seas, I had to go to South Seas for an event last night down at Captiva. And it was gorgeous on that causeway making the run to South Seas. Yeah. Both sides. I mean, the Gulf was glassed out. The harbors were glassed out. I mean, it was a beautiful, beautiful night last night. Big big sunset. It was spectacular.
It has been beautiful out there.
Yeah, it's a cool time of
fishing has
year.
been just as beautiful. It's crazy.
No doubt. Really good bite.
Do we have another caller?
We do not.
All right. So the conversation on the YouTube live stream asked about the South Fishing Pier of the Skyway. And unfortunately, they did close from the bait shop to the end of the South Pier. And I had an opportunity to talk with the folks at FDOT. And FDOT is actually in control of that bridge fishing pier, which is kind of strange because the pier would be considered more of a park. It should really be under parks or DEP or something. But because it was once a navigable bridge, it is still under the management of FDOT. And FDOT has not been getting the revenue. So people are like, what are they doing with all the revenue? You pay to get on the fishing piers. So where's that revenue going? It's going to the Parks General Fund. And the parks aren't responsible for maintaining the bridge. So it's kind of this weird thing where that money is going into a different department. But FDOT has spent a lot of money. Just 2 years ago, they spent $5 million from the general fund to try to lengthen the life of that South Fishing Pier. And it was this $5 million was supposed to net them about 10 years more life in that South Fishing Pier. It didn't. Just 2 years later, it is to the point where it is literally crumbling. What I was told by the engineer is you can literally, if you get up on your boat and get up underneath the end of that South Pier, you can reach up and grab the concrete with your hand, and it will crumble in your hand at certain portions of the bridge. And apparently the way it was built is it's all tied together in sections. So if one section falls, the whole entire thing falls like dominoes. And apparently it's to the point now where if an ambulance was to drive out there or a fire truck was to drive out there, if someone was hurt, it would just totally collapse past that South Pier. There was a big structural beam underneath the bait shop that collapsed and fell into the water. And that is what's causing the closure of that end of the South Pier. It has nothing to do with anything else or anyone else or any advocacy group. It's 100% due to structural concerns. And one analogy that was used in the meeting that really kind of opened my eyes is we were talking about the North Pier and what's up with that. The analogy he used was really interesting. The North Pier is like a middle-aged person. Been eating pretty good, pretty healthy, got a long life ahead of it. The South Pier is like someone in a nursing home who just lost both legs and arms and is on life support and ventilator. Like it's time to be taken out to pasture. Apparently, the engineers were pushing to close the entire South Pier. And the head of our region at Florida Department of Transportation, FDOT, grew up fishing the pier. and grew up fishing the pier with his dad, caught mackerel out there, big fishing advocate, you know. And so he didn't want to see it closed, and he fought to just close up until what they thought could be safe. And that's what they're doing now, and they're hoping that they'll be able to keep it open for a little while longer. But the South Pier is definitely, unfortunately, on its last leg. So I started asking around, like, hey, what are we going to do? Like, how can we fix this? And his thoughts were, and again, FDOT shouldn't be in control of it, and moving forward, anything that needs to be done probably needs to be done in a different department. But his words were, just from his experience with bridges, it would cost way more money to try to fix what's there than to just knock it down, let it become a reef, and then build something new adjacent to it. And apparently, it's only like $30 million. Not that bad in the grand scheme of things when we're talking about bridges like Howard Franklin, $300 million, right?
Right.
So $30 million in 5 years is apparently what the
5 years?
Yeah, because, I mean, it takes a long time to do anything, right? That's government. I mean, it takes a long time. I mean, it'll take a year just to get appropriations in place to have the money allocated. Then you got to do the studies, the DEPs. It takes a long time. You know how long it took? You know, at Blinds Pass, they lengthened that little L jetty. You know how long that took them?
I'm afraid to ask.
25 years. Yeah. 25 years to add about 20 feet of rock to that jetty.
Well, you have to have time. The only way the lobbyists can get involved and line the politicians' pockets is if you have enough time. You don't want to do it in a short window, then the politicians can't gather enough wealth. That's horrible, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We got a good friend, Captain Van Hubbard, here on the other side. Phone lines are open, 1-800-969-9352. Light them up. Let's talk fishing. We'll be back.
If you want your windows there in wait, pick up the phone and just search Reese. Protect your home now with factory direct custom made.
Build a 2-mile-long fishing pier and restore what is the busiest pier in the entire southeast region with the most fishing access for shore
it's going to take longer than 5 years because it's going to be up against so much opposition.
Yeah.
Them losers from the Pelican whack jobs will have a nightmare over that.
Dude, it would be badass. And make the end of it round. And so you drive out and you hit the end, and then it's a roundabout, and you come back on the other way. So it's one way, both ways. And at the end, you have a huge building. Make that thing like a restaurant or a badass bait shop.
You wouldn't have any parking to do a restaurant.
Jim's guys.
They would.
That's an RFP right up their alley.
It is.
Put a Gator Jim's on that pier.
I like it.
What? Paul Brown said Mike missed Cowboy Day. Yeah, last week Bobby and Travis showed up.
Cowboy hats.
Yeah, they showed up with cowboy hats.
D
walks in right before we started the show, and he looks at him. He's like, "What are you guys cosplaying cowboys today?" It was so funny. Travis and Bobby were like, "Whoa!" What are you guys cosplaying cowboys?
They're going to be on board next year, too. But I had to. I'm doing it. Actually, we're going to do it at your place.
What?
They don't know it yet, but we're doing it.
What?
So, I ramped up my package with Visit St. Pete Clearwater.
Nice.
We're going to do a cooking segment in every episode.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to film 13 of them in St. Pete and Clearwater. So
Oh, cool.
13 different. Well, like I told them, I mean, it's a tax that the restaurants and hotels pay. This is a chance for you guys to show them that, hey, we're going to put your restaurant on a nationally syndicated television show.
Mm-hmm.
Don't cost you nothing. You just got to get your chef in there. And, minute and a half, 2 minutes. Won't be a long segment. Obviously, I've only got 22 minutes of footage, so I can't do a crazy one. But
that'd be cool.
So, hey, we're at Friendly Fisherman here today, with Chef Billy, and, he's making us, bacon wrap scallops or whatever.
That's cool.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Welcome back. 6:51 here at the iHeartMedia Empire. We got calls stacking up. Remember, guys, we've got a call in here right at the top of the hour from our gentleman with Phillips.
Phillips and Jordan, now just Phillips.
That's going to be my first question.
Yeah.
What happened to Jordan? Where'd Jordan go?
You don't want to know.
Yeah,
South
maybe
Florida
not.
Water Management.
I was going to say he's at the bottom of one of them pits. we buried him.
They rebranded. That's what they say.
Yeah.
You don't ask more questions.
Disgruntled partner disappears. Nice. Keep that in mind, Dylan.
South Florida.
See where I went?
I'm not worried about you.
Yeah, I hear you. You should be. Always worry about the old guy, bro. Always worry about the old guy. Let's go to the phones. Let's check in with Captain Van Hubbard. Van, how are you, buddy?
What are you talking about being the old guy for?
Well,
yeah, right.
Did
you hear the death threat he made?
You too. You too.
Yeah, I'm the old guy in this
Looking forward to that conversation. I'm sorry. Looking forward to that conversation and learning about the other side and seeing what's what. They're real excited about that. And I took a week off, and Dylan's got another picture to tease you with, Mike.
Oh, yeah, some big deer.
My buddy got a nice 10-point last night. Real nice one.
Nice.
We're up in the North Woods for a week, and they're talking about snow tonight.
Ooh, that's a
That'll
big
be
buck.
interesting.
Big old beautiful buck.
Yeah.
Nice deer.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that? Where are you at?
3 miles from Wisconsin in North Illinois.
Okay. All
Corn
right.
country,
Yeah.
where they got food for them.
Yeah, they do. They grow them big up there. There's no doubt.
Extra big.
I got a really good high school buddy that owns a farm just outside of Madison, which isn't that far from the border there, and he shoots big bucks
real
every
close.
year. Yeah, shoots big bucks every year.
Beautiful country.
Yeah, no doubt.
Beautiful country.
God's
back,
country.
Back to fishing. I see my buddy Bill Harmer and Glenn found the wrong kings yesterday. All they could find was silver kings, not king mackerel. And I wish everybody good luck in the tournament today.
No doubt. No doubt. Well, Billy
Should be a
Harmer,
good one.
Billy Harmer and Glenn Taylor should not be allowed to fish together.
Yeah.
That should be illegal, bro. That's way too much knowledge on one boat.
Our boat is trying to come
They're
in
just
right
jealous.
now. From
Yeah, I
the,
am.
the 12-hour night mangrove snapper trip is trying to make its way in right now. And the friendly fishermen, they were just texting me how hard it is to navigate into Johns Pass right now because there's just kingfish boats flying everywhere.
Right. Yeah, go figure. Well, what did Ray Markham said? 400 to 500.
Yeah.
How many? Well, I don't know. Do we have a total?
I don't have a total off the top of my head. I can text Amy, but I would imagine she's still sleeping.
Yeah, and she's swamped already with business. I mean, they don't probably get a whole lot of sleep right now.
Not this weekend.
These big events are impressive. So, well, good stuff, Van Hubbard. We appreciate you, Captain. Good stuff, man. No doubt. Big
I'm
deal.
glad they got good weather and looking forward to them posting the results this evening. Good luck to everybody.
We'll talk about it again tomorrow, I'm sure. Appreciate you, brother. Great call, as always. The legend, Captain Van Hubbard. Let's try to drop another one in here. We got another minute. Let's check in. Let's see who came in first. Let's go to Captain Mike Perry here real quick. Michael, how are you?
Hey, guys. Happy King of the Beach weekend to everybody back in the Tampa Bay area. If it were me, I'd be looking to catch me just a barely couple legal mackerel, have my rods ready, Spanish mackerel, get them on the line.
Is that a
and
keys? Is that a
put that-
keys thing when you just call up and drop illegal stuff on us?
Entertainment purposes only.
Hey, you know how
You
it
and
is.
you and Mahoney, you and Mahoney are fishing the tournament.
Apparently, I've been listening to the Sunday show way too much. It's crept into my subconscious. No, I would be big blue runners, big baits, and just put that power pole move down. Like I said before, that power pole move can do exactly what bump trolling does for a 35 contender that I have. That would be perfect, and just keep going and tell my gang on the boat we're looking for one fish, one big one, and that's what I would do. But the fishing in the Keys has been pretty darn good now, though we've had some good weather, although we've had to contend with we had Fantasy Fest, now we have the World Offshore Boat Races, which is great because I have a lot of clients every year that come, drivers, throttlemen, crew people we've been taking out, going fishing. And let me tell you something. You don't allow those guys near your controls of your contender. because you find a whole different side of speed out of your boat with those guys running. And I took a crew out, and they're like, "Hey, Mike, let me have at it." And I'm like, "Oh boy, here we go." And I said, "I normally don't do this, but I will for you guys." And I found a whole new level of speed the other day that I didn't realize that boat had. But
no doubt,
no, it's been a great time in the Keys. The fishing's good. The sail fishing is really coming along. We do get some kings. We are getting a few kings down here. Wahoo are really starting to show up, and the blackfin tuna and the cobia behind all the shrimp boats right now. If you can find a shrimp boat, you can catch fish.
Nice.
I can't guarantee what brand of fish. You're going to get a shark or two, but there's going to be cobia, blackfin, bonita. There's going to be some schoolie kings behind it. Anything that eats a chum slick when they're cleaning those decks off, you're going to catch fish.
Nice.
So that's my report.
Great stuff.
From the Florida Keys, and have a great weekend. And I think after the big boats leave here, I think we're clear till the end of the year, till the holidays. So we've had our fun in the Florida Keys for the last 3 to 4 weeks.
Good stuff, brother. Good stuff. Great
Appreciate
call,
it,
man.
Mike.
Well done, Michael. Good job, buddy.
All
Have
right,
a great
guys.
weekend.
See you soon.
All right,
God
Pug.
bless.
Be
See you,
good,
buddy.
Good stuff right there. I don't have time to get to another one here. Unfortunately, we got Gene Hammond and Richard on the South Shore. That
Well, Richard, we got your caller coming up, buddy.
Yeah, we got, and I want to actually hear from Richard after we hear the call.
Yeah.
To see if all his questions get answered.
We'll see.
Yeah.
That's my goal in life, is to make sure Richard's
Poke
happy.
the bear. Well, you should, Sugar Bear. That's what Sugar Bears do. Captain Sugar Bear taking care of our boy Richard on the South Shore.
We almost made it without it.
Oh, no, that's never going to happen. You can't listen. You know how disappointed Richard on the South Shore would be? He already only likes me like part of the time. Sometimes he likes me, sometimes he doesn't. So we got to throw Sugar Bear stuff out there just to keep you great. Exactly.
That's what we're here to do, make sure Richard's happy.
We've got the gentleman from Phillips, formerly Phillips and Jordan. The boys digging the big hole here down south. We're going to talk to them, try to get the other side of this whole water deal figured out, and give you guys a look into this other side of it anyway. See what we think about it. So keep it tuned right here, the Bartow Ford Real Animals Radio Show. We'll be back in 7
Fishing. Number 1 on your car radio preset in the new and improved iHeartRadio app. WFLA AM Tampa, WXTV HD2 Clearwater News Radio. WFLA.
Governor DeSantis spoke at the Everglades Agricultural Area Project site in Palm Beach County on Thursday. DeSantis called the project another major step in restoring the Everglades.
Places like the Everglades are one reason why people like to be tourists in Florida and visit. There's a lot of great stuff to see for those who are of that type of bent.
And Matt, not Phillips and Jordan, but Matt himself used to work for another company that did all the water quality stuff in the Keys. All the sewage treatment, and made sure that the water quality improvements in the Keys.
Could use a little more work on that.
They're not leaking sewage, at least.
Good point.
An emotional Miami-Dade County Sheriff Rosie
Ooh, damn,
Cordero
look at that
Stubbs
thing.
made the announcement.
Yeah, Jerry texted me that too. Mexico, he said.
He's a really great guy. He really is.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Today is not okay, and what happened is not acceptable. The sheriff would not offer any details on exactly what happened. There are unconfirmed reports the deputy was shot with his own weapon during a, quote, scuffle. Several other outlets report one of the suspects took his own life, and another has been arrested. I'm Jim Forbes.
The Florida Highway Patrol says a toddler died yesterday after being hit by a truck. The boy ran into the road in front of the truck while he was on a walk with his dad in the neighborhood. Officials say the boy was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead.
Oh my God. What a nightmare. Father and son walking together. Son gets hit and killed. Makes me sick to the stomach.
Yeah. I had a kid who worked for us years ago when I was running my aluminum company, and his kid got run over by a car right by their house. I was like,
Yeah. When my kids are playing in the street, I stand in the middle of the street. If someone's going to get hit, it's going to be me.
I do it all. I literally, and I don't even have little kids at the house anymore, unless the grandkids are there. But I literally will somebody will come flying down my street, and I will literally run from the garage to the end of the driveway and scream, slow down.
Yeah, especially in your neighborhood, there's no reason to be fast.
Dude, at any minute, a kid, a dog, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
For what? If you're in that big a hurry, jackwagon, you should have left a little earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Don't run like that through my neighborhood. And I usually think to myself, I'm glad I didn't have anything in my hand, because I'd have probably thrown it at the vehicle.
We were on the main street growing up because we were at the back of the canal, but on the main street. And, dude, my mom used to freak out. She'd throw basketballs and shit at cars going by.
Yeah. Winds are southeast at 1.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Angel says, thank you, Mike, for my shirt and hats.
You're welcome, Angel. Thank you for supporting us. We certainly love you. We appreciate you for sure. She's been a big follower for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Took me a while to get them out, but I finally got it done. I am not getting another truck. I ordered mine first.
I was wondering if he was going to see that.
Dylan was keeping up with me. But he had to show off and go big. I can't get the stuff out of it. I wish I could do what Dylan did to my truck if I could get the stuff out of the back of it, but I'm in the back of my truck every day getting my rods and reels out of there.
You are tall enough to reach in the back of even my truck.
You can't reach in the back of your
truck. I can.
No,
I did this morning.
From the back?
Yes.
From the back of the cab?
From the ground.
No. Yes. Not without stepping up on the wheel.
No.
Yes.
You can reach it. I will show you after the show.
Okay.
That that were in the back of the truck.
I will open what I have and show you what's in the back of my truck.
I've seen what's in the back of your truck.
I want to see you reach it.
Well, we'll put all your rods in the back of my truck and we'll do a test. Okay. And I'll just drive away.
See, now he's trying to steal my stuff.
Yeah. Well, you tried to kill me earlier, so we're even.
Threatened to kill you. Oh, look at this. This is terrible, man. Oh,
yeah.
Can you imagine being the police officer to show up on that scene?
Nope. Terrible.
Yeah, sometimes our cops get a bad rap, man. I mean, there's some bad ones in the mix, but the job they got to do on a regular basis,
not cool.
Yeah. An 85-year-old hit and killed a woman. That's great. 85. You know what?
Look at the bottom right corner. There's another crash and 4 people killed. Holy shit. The lid just came off my coffee.
Yes, it did.
Good thing I caught it, or we would have had a big mess.
In guns we must.
Oh. Didn't get on my computer. We're good.
I don't have any towels in here. There's probably some in the DAE studio.
We're good. Just rub it in. Is that a Porsche? Save the Porsche too, guys.
Porsche's insured, I'm sure.
Oh man. Not for its value. Damn.
If I'm in a burning Porsche, feel free to just save me first, okay?
Save me and then save my Porsche.
Well, it won't be my Porsche. And it won't be Dylan's Porsche either, because neither one of us can get in a Porsche. It's not made
That's why we have a truck.
It's not made for us. That's in Raleigh, North Carolina, huh?
He's a South Florida guy, I think. He has a 941 number.
Oh, okay. Is he in Raleigh, North Carolina?
No, that just pops up, populated on his own.
I got you.
727-393-1947 or go to hubbardsmarina.com.
The following is a commercial program paid for by Real Animals Fishing. The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of WFLA AM, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
Welcome to the Bartow Real Animals Radio Show, your weekly voyage into Florida fishing. Presented by Hubbard's Marina. Hosted by Captain Mike Anderson and Captain Dylan Hubbard.
Welcome back. 7:07 here at the iHeartMedia Empire, the Bartow Ford Real Animals Radio Show. Captain Mike Anderson, Captain Dylan Hubbard, talking fishing here. Going to be here until 8 o'clock. I know we've got a couple of you on hold. Hopefully you guys can stay here through this, as we've been kind of promoting this call here. I'm kind of excited to get a chance to talk with this gentleman. He is Matt Eidson. Okay, Eidson, Matt Eidson, and he is with Phillips, formerly Phillips and Jordan. You know, these guys have been kind of in the news here as the company handling this additional reservoir project, I guess, is the way to kind of open it up. Good morning, Matt. How are you? Thanks for joining us.
Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. We appreciate the opportunity here to kind of look at this from another side and get another angle. We had one of our regular callers kind of bring it up, and then obviously the great work that Dylan does behind the scenes, kind of getting this set up so we could kind of talk to you a little bit.
Yeah. Big shout out to Captain Travis Thompson for linking us up, and I had a great conversation yesterday and just wanted to talk a little bit more about that, get some particulars, some details, some technical specs on what you guys are doing down there.
Yeah. Hey. So, the Southland Water Resource Project was born of many, many years of Phillips and Jordan, now Phillips, working in the EAA in that region. For those of you that don't know, we were the contractor that built the 10A intake reservoir for the upcoming EAA reservoir. We also built the A2 STA, which is adjacent to the reservoir. So we've been working in this region for quite some years and know the geology, know the lay of the land, know the struggles that the district is having with another STA that they have there, and that's how we developed the project. So
And
it's been
an STA,
several years in the making.
And an STA, for those listening, is a stormwater treatment area, right?
Correct. We take water out of the Miami Canal that comes south out of Lake Okeechobee, and then we'll flow it through that STA. Remove a lot of nitrogen and phosphorus out of that water before it actually goes south on into Florida Bay, which is the ultimate goal is getting water down south.
So the goal of these STAs is to take the water coming out of Okeechobee, store it, clean it, filter it, and then move it to Florida Bay.
Correct. That's the goal. So we have less discharges east and west, out of the Caloosahatchee and St. Lucie. As we all battle and fight with red tide and try to abate that the best we can. So we were just, the Southland Reservoir was in addition to the EAA Reservoir, which is a much needed project. Thankful for the state taking control of that and getting this thing moving along. But the initial study was for 360,000 acre feet of storage in that region. The EAA Reservoir is only 240,000 of that 360. So the Southland Water Resource Project was developed as the additional 120,000 under SB 10 years ago to finish the project. This finishes the job.
So this hole that's being dug, the Southland Water, what did you call it? Southland Water what?
It's called the Southland Water Resource Project.
Southland Water Resource Project is actually helping to accomplish the goal of the EAA reservoir, because it's not going to be big enough to hold the 320,000 gallons that was originally slotted or budgeted, huh?
Correct. 10 plus years ago, there was a study done that said, to make a viable impact down south and get water moving south, they needed 360,000 acre feet. The EA reservoir in itself, just purely based on size, is only 240,000. So this 120,000 acre feet just finishes that 360,000 that was originally called for.
Huh. How deep is this going? A lot of conversation is, it's going to go so deep and it's going to be so impactful. How deep is it?
No. We're actually permitted to a minus 7 to 8, which is if you're standing on flat ground, about 15 feet deep. We did not get a variance to go any deeper. The floor actually the floor of the bottom of the Southland Reservoir, Southland Water Resource Project, is nearly the exact same elevation as what will be the bottom of the EAA reservoir.
So they're the same depth as well.
Yep, same depth.
And then
the difference between the two is they are high hazard and we are low hazard. They store a lot of water above ground.
So essentially, the EAA reservoir is the same depth as this Southland project. And then the EAA reservoir, the difference with that one is it's going to be deeper because instead of taking the rock out of the hole and selling it for profit, they're going to take the rock out of the hole and build an embankment around the hole and be able to store water higher above ground, essentially, is what you're saying.
Correct. We will store a little bit of water about 4 feet above ground. They'll store about 28 to 29 feet above ground, which if you're standing on flat ground, the embankment's about 44 feet tall. So it's about 25 million yards of rock that has to be blasted and processed to build that embankment 44 feet tall.
So the EAA reservoir embankment is going to be built by blasting rock, and the Southland project is also going to be built by blasting rock.
Correct. Anything you do in that region, that's some of the hardest rock in the state of Florida. Anything you do there, just as we did with the 10A intake canal that actually feeds that reservoir, we blasted and processed that rock to build that intake canal. We did the exact same thing for the A2STA. So anything you do in this region, there's only about 6 inches to a foot of dirt on top of it. You have to blast this material to move it.
So let me ask you a question, because this is what I do. It immediately irritates me. Tell me, if you can, as easily as you can, why the pushback? Why is there so much pushback on this project from what you guys are doing? Because based on what you're telling me, it immediately sounds like, shenanigans. Like if what you're telling us is true, then it's the exact same project trying to do the exact same thing, actually enhance the original project, which is total BS that it's not already done, because we know how many years ago this was approved by the taxpayers of the state of Florida. So it's absolutely asinine that we're still waiting on this project. And so you guys as a private company are going in there just to enhance the current project, which is going to flow more water south, which is going to make things better for the Everglades, better for the whole south end of Florida, water quality-wise. Why the pushback?
Mike, I think a lot of it just deals with the history of who we are working with and who we are. Obviously in this region, our landowners are two major companies in the region. I won't say their names, but I think a lot of that's just who we had to partner with to do it.
So wait.
If this was land that anybody else owned, it wouldn't be a problem.
So this isn't public land you guys are building this on. This is private land that you guys are building this on.
No, this is private land. This is something that we have to pay for.
So there's no it's not public land, and you aren't using public funds.
Not right now. We're making a very large investment to get this thing opened up, and it's like you and I talked about yesterday, Dylan. The only public investment will come in the future. We have to build a reservoir no matter what. There will be an armored reservoir holding water in place with seepage cutoff walls and seepage canals all the way around it. The state will have to pay for the infrastructure to make it function, i.e. whatever pump station they want, control structures they want, how they want it tied into the system.
The only public funds that will be used in the Southland project are funds to help it function exactly like the EAA reservoir, essentially.
Correct. And we're typically a much better value on the private side in getting this done, because we do make the initial investment and we do fund a lot of the upfront construction costs for the infrastructure to get the project up and rolling. So we're not asking for the state for anything right now.
So the EAA reservoir it was like 2001 when it first started being talked about, and it's 2025 now. So it's taken almost 25 years to get that project going. How long has it taken you guys to get this project from planning to where you're at now?
About 2.5 years. The first back in napkin on this was April 2023. We got through a lot of the permitting process this past year.
That's crazy.
And if we get through some of the hurdles we have now, we'll actually break ground next year. So the goal was to deliver the state the first 20,000 acre feet of storage in under 5 years. And that's very, very doable with where we're at. And as soon as we break ground, we'll deliver 20,000 acre feet in 5 years. We don't have to wait for the reservoir to be complete to make ours function. We deliver ours in cells. So as we turn over a cell, you get gaining infrastructure every year.
So the EAA reservoir has taken 25 years and is still not completed. And then once it's completed, the entire thing must be completed for it to function. This project in 5 years can be storing water and functioning to help solve the discharge problems and help alleviate some of that discharge. Private business. So that's impressive.
An STA. Yeah, there's an STA right next to us that's been struggling for some time. And the initial goal with this project was to get it online as fast as possible, so they can make that stormwater treatment area work 12 months out of the year. And the faster we can get storage delivered, even if it's 20,000 acre feet of the 120,000 we're delivering, that helps that STA every year.
That's impressive.
The entire top of my head wants to blow off right now.
And
that's unbelievable.
And to confirm what you said earlier is you guys built the intake canal for the EAA reservoir.
Correct. We just wrapped that one up, I think, about 2 months ago. I think we closed the books on that one in August or September, and it's functioning, ready to go. As soon as the reservoir comes online, the governor just had the ribbon cutting for the pump station down there. As soon as we get that pump station up and rolling, and as soon as the reservoir's done, they'll start using that canal. But we finished that over the past year and a half, 2 years.
And what's confusing to me, I don't know a lot about the intricacies of that very contentious issue down there. But, I mean, looking at the EAA reservoir and the companies that are working there, isn't the word mining seems to have this like negative connotation, but isn't the mining company the one that's working on the EAA reservoir?
Yeah. The company that's actually the general contractor for the reservoir just recently hired one of the largest mining companies in North America to come in and assist to get that project done.
That's crazy.
Mining's used in a negative connotation because it's a great fundraising tool. It strikes fear. It's what it does. So it's what leads people to not believe that there's a reservoir, leads them down the wrong path. So it takes blasting, it takes excavation, it takes processing to do anything in this region. It's just how you label it.
It's a charismatic megafauna. That's exactly what it is.
That's essentially.
It's a charismatic megafauna.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, instead of it being an animal, it's an entity.
Impressive.
Yeah.
So essentially the Southland project, digging a hole and selling the rock out of it to fund the project gets it done faster, allows private business to act like private business on private lands and be more nimble, responsive, and you're getting water storage in 5 years instead of 35 years.
Yeah, and the good part of this is as it's turned over in these cells and the state pays for the infrastructure to make it run and pays for that storage allotment that they get to use, and we turn over the land to the state with that infrastructure. So it doesn't stay in private ownership. As we turn over these cells of water storage, it goes to the state. It belongs to them when it's done.
Wow.
Matt, thank you so much for your time. Absolutely eye-opening, mind-blowing. Well done.
Yeah,
Great job at delivering what's going on down there. And, hopefully you'll be open to us talking to you in the future. We appreciate your time very, very much.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Anything ever comes up again, or you have any questions, call me anytime.
I appreciate it, man.
We'll do it, brother. Well done.
All right.
Thanks, Matt.
Guys.
Have a great day. Matt Heitson right there. Philip. Wow. My whole head wants to feel right on top of my body. Like I could literally just go ballistic for the next 30 minutes. Wow. Pretty interesting. Yeah, it's really interesting. Wow. We got Captain Gene Hammond, Richard on the South Shore, both up here on the other side. We're talking fishing. We'll be back with Archer Ford, Real, and Mason.
Beautiful bills, more than you, and we've got them. $1,000.
That's all I could think of was charismatic megafauna.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Hard to sell hats unless you have a problem.
Yep.
It's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's a part of the original 320,000. Like it's helping to store more water. What's the problem? And then one of the things that Chris brought up from Captains for Clean Water was the concern over the blasting. But if they're blasting the EAA reservoir,
they're doing the same thing on that property.
What's the problem?
You don't know.
And then I heard that they were going to dig this deep hole. It's the same depth. Struggling to find the issue. Let's see what Richard says. See what Richard has for us. If he was able to find the problem with that.
Was he against it or for it? I'm not sure where
Richard was coming from the against it.
Well, then this ought to be interesting.
Crazy. Jim, they get paid. Jim Demmel said, how do they get paid after it's done? They don't get paid after it's done. So they spend $2 million to get the project up, or $200 million to get the project up is what Matt told me on the phone yesterday. So they spend $200 million, and then they dig the hole and take the rock out of the hole and process the rock and sell it. So that selling of the rock from the hole is what funds the project. Then once the project is done, they've got this deep hole, and they fill it with water, and the state puts a pump station on it, and it becomes a reservoir. And then once the state puts the pump station on it, they give the land back. So the company makes money because they process the rock out of the hole. The state wins, essentially, it sounds like, because they get a reservoir for essentially free. They just have to pay for the pump station. And then they get all the free land.
Which is way cheaper than the other project.
Way cheaper, way faster. Same depth, made the same way.
Yikes.
I don't see the issue.
Well, you know it's money.
Yeah.
There's something here with money, guaranteed.
Yeah.
There's some cluster going on here with money.
Well, I think the owner of the property, Matt couldn't say it, but it's what's the sugar and the crystals, the two companies that are the evil, that have been villainized from the start by Captains for Clean Water. So those are the two people, the landowners. So I think that's what the fear is how, I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. But it's not like the landowner.
Is the curveball that, like we've heard from Captains for Clean Water, that initially we were going to get the land from Big Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And then Big Sugar ever since then is like, no, you can't have the land. So I wonder, is there a fear that they could do that again with this project?
Yeah.
And again, I don't think Captains cares about that. But you follow me?
Yeah.
Is there a curveball here at the end of your 5 years?
I think the way the permitting is, though, it has to become a reservoir. That's what Matt told me yesterday, is in the permits to dig the hole,
okay.
It has to become a reservoir. So there's no backing out. It's
okay.
part of the permit.
Okay, let's see, and that would be great information. We could do a whole
That's
show
what he
with
said.
that guy.
Yeah.
I missed that part. That's great. Oh, but you understand what my thought process was there? I mean, we've been through this once.
Yeah.
Where we were supposed to get the land from the Big Sugar.
And I think that might be a lot of the bitch is they wouldn't give up the land. Now all of a sudden they're like, you can have this land, just let us dig this hole and sell the rock out of it. So that might be some of the rub, but still,
who cares?
It's
who cares
their
if they
private
sell
land.
the rub?
Yeah,
it's their land.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want you telling me I can't sell if I found a bunch of diamonds in my backyard.
Yeah,
I own the land. Kiss my ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you after I'm done with it.
Right. And here's the other wild card that I got from some of my buddies in CCA. We need the rock.
Yeah, we need the rock bad. That's what makes our
State
roads.
of Florida needs the rock.
Yeah.
And in case you haven't noticed, we need some more roads. It's interesting. Welcome back. Well, I don't know about you, but my mind is blown. Crazy. Let's go to the phones here real quick. We got to get our safe voting tip in. We'll probably do that here after the bottom of the hour. Let's get Richard on the South Shore in here quick. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. Sitting outside a canal waiting to go in, because when I go in, I'll lose phone contact.
Appreciate you.
But I caught a nice 30-inch red in here last week on top water.
What canal you in?
A little one.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah. It breaks out into a small pond at the end, and when I hit that little pond, I had a little strip of sunlight through there, and I said, I bet there's a redfish sitting in that sun, and then there was.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah. Top Dog Jr., I'm going to go in there and try it again, looking for a snook. Gentlemen, I want to first tell Dylan, I appreciate your intellect and work that you put into this to investigate this. Don't take me wrong there. I poked the sugar bear a little bit last week.
I heard, yeah.
I think I got it.
I always appreciate you keeping me on my toes.
But and again, I've always prefaced my conversation about this is what I've heard. I do not know this because there is not, as far as I can find, information available. Believe me, I spent a little bit of time looking. Again, I guess the main question with me right now is, okay, why are they doing this? They're not doing this for fun and games. Somebody's doing this for a profit. The land belongs to Big Sugar. My understanding is that it's been pretty much farmed out for sugar cane, and it's worn out for that, so they had to find another use for it. This is what I've heard.
But again,
this engineering firm, who is paying them to do this? Somebody is.
They're spending their own money. It's $200 million. They're putting up the money for it. It's privately funded.
Why?
But to your question before,
because they get the rock out of it, Richard.
But to your,
they're getting the money for the rock.
But real quick, he just said, why are they doing this now if the farm's been farmed out? If you own property and you use it as a farm and you can't no longer grow what you want to grow to make a profit, and then you have another use for it, why not allow that? Are we saying that people shouldn't be allowed to do what they want on their private land? I mean, I have a real big problem with that.
As long as it's not destructive, to the environment, you should be able to do whatever you want with your own property.
But they're doing the same thing, and what they're doing is the same thing that the EAA reservoir is doing.
Same depth. They're doing it faster.
And they're enhancing it.
And they're doing it
is
without.
What he's saying.
And you're not paying for it. You're not paying for it. Your tax dollars aren't paying for it. There's no public funds. It's being done faster, quicker.
And they said a couple of different things. They said that the rock was going to be used to build an embankment, and then
no, you misheard.
The rock from the first one,
the EAA reservoir,
the one that we're paying for,
the one your tax dollars are paying for, is taking longer, spending more money on it, and it's all taxpayer funded. That rock is not being sold. It's being used to create an embankment.
Okay. Well, yeah, the rock that they're taking out of the existing project, yeah.
Yes. The one, the Southland project, they're taking the rock out of it, selling it, and that's why they're selling it to fund the project. They wouldn't be doing it unless they're making money. That's how you run a business.
Well, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, but they're making the money off the rock.
Yeah.
That's how they're funding the project. Even if they make $100 million, you put in, if they get $300 million worth of rock out of this hole, they made $100 million. It's pretty smart business for sure. And then the part I like is they're enhancing the original project isn't big enough to do, according to him, it wasn't big enough to do what they needed the project to do anyway. So in typical government fashion, we're going to put a Band-Aid on this damn thing and then spend another 25 years trying to get this reservoir approved by these clowns. I mean, for me, this is a no-brainer. If it's all true, in the world I live in, it's a lot of crazy stuff going on. But if it's all true, it sure sounds like a good deal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's all true, let's see how it shakes out.
That's the
I
world
know
we live
more
in.
about it today than I did yesterday.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to continue to pay attention to it. And, it could be that I've got bad information. I'm always amenable to that possibility.
And one interesting thing is you just brought up the concern over it not going back. The way the permits are written, if cells 1, 2, and 3 aren't a reservoir, no further cells can be built. So the project halts if they're not turning it back over.
So that's good. Hey, I'm up against the break. Richard, great call. Good luck catching a big snook this morning. Let's talk more tomorrow on tomorrow's show, buddy.
See you.
All right, partner. Good stuff right there. Hey, we're going to go up here, get a break. We got Captain Gene Hammond. We got Captain Jim Fogel with our Visit St. Pete Clearwater tip of the week coming up, our safe boating tip, and then Captain Dave Pomalu as well. We'll be back.
From the local Lexus dealers, WFLA News Desk.
So someone just said, "Oh, they're probably getting tax breaks because they're giving the land back." Honestly, I don't think I have it on the right mic.
I don't get paid. I went to the Senate floor yesterday to get it done, and of course, Democrats blocked it.
The Democrats want an extension of subsidies for Obamacare in order to prevent millions of Americans from seeing a spike in health care premiums or losing their health care insurance altogether. A Miami deputy was shot and killed yesterday. Miami-Dade County Sheriff Rosie Cordero Studd says Deputy Devin Jaramillo was attacked while responding to a traffic accident Friday afternoon that led to him being shot and killed. Few details have been released. An investigation is ongoing. Florida gas prices continue to fall. AAA reports today's average price for a gallon of regular is $2.86, and that's 11 cents cheaper than last week's price. With Florida's News, I'm Tim Adkins.
Visit your local Lexus dealer or go to Lexus.com to find the dealer nearest you.
There's nothing like the sights and sounds of the holidays. The crackle of a fire, the tearing of wrapping paper, and the of new gifts. The smell of cookies, ornaments on the tree, and the of new toys, along with the sound of Christmas carols through the Lexus Premium Sound System. Get into the holiday spirit during the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Get offers on select models now through January 5th. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. From the O2.com.
We don't need this stuff to take forever anymore. This is bullshit. That's been my bitch about this whole South Florida thing the whole time. Is that we approved, the taxpayers in Florida approved this in 2001, and it's still not done. That's bullshit. We should be outraged at that. We voted for it. We, the people who pay the taxes, wanted the money to go to that project, and it hasn't gone there for 24 years. We have to wake up as a people. It's criminal. That's bullshit.
This report is sponsored by...
Yeah, it's crazy that, I mean, if you're finding a way as a business to make money, no matter how you're making money, as long as, I mean, it's not perverse. They're taking a hole, they're digging a hole in an area they can't farm anymore. They're selling the rock out of the hole. It's the same depth. I don't see it's being built the same way as the EAA reservoir, and they're using a company that built the intake for the EAA reservoir. So if this company's so evil, why did we let them build the intake for the EAA reservoir?
Why were they part of the big project?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see it.
I don't either. And again, if all that's true, which in today's world you never know, there's lying going on everywhere. Lying, cheating, and stealing. But
the mics broke for a second. Sorry, guys. Got them fixed.
That was interesting, right?
Batteries died. I just can't believe it.
Jason Richmond said you don't own the mineral and oil rights on your deed. Okay, and that could be true. He says if it's too good to be true, it's probably not true. Well, that's what the government wants you to believe with everything. Think about that.
That's what the government's trained us to believe.
Exactly. That's exactly.
And what's crazy is, all right, so we're so mad about the mining, then why the fuck are they using a mining company to build the EAA reservoir?
They're doing the same thing over there that they're doing here. It's two identical projects. Technically, even you should be able to wrap your brain around the fact of the matter is it's two identical projects. One's private and one's being done by the state.
Yeah.
One's taken 5 years and one's taken 25 years. I mean, it's 35 years by the time they get the bitch up and running.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really the core group of it. You can muddy it up with all the politics and nonsense and fear that you want, but it sounds like to me, the reality is one's a 5-year project, one's a 35-year project. One's funded by our money, one's funded by private money. It's not rocket science. It's business. I mean, that, right?
If we have a problem with private land use, you have bigger issues. If you have a problem with private business operating effectively, that's a bigger issue. I mean, for God's sake, it's private lands in Florida. Private dollars. Let them do it.
Right. As long as we're controlling it, especially like you said, with the permitting, the verbiage in the permitting, that the things have to go a certain way. If all that's true, this is a no-brainer.
Yeah. Interesting.
Dial #250, say Mike Rowe, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands
Good stuff. Welcome back. We're going to rattle through some calls here, but putting a shout out to our good friends at Affordable Roofing Systems, shingle, metal, tile, flat roofs, repairs, replacements. You know the name, Affordable Roofing Systems. Listen, we've been talking about them for a long time now. They've been a great partner here. I've had these people on my boat. They are great family people. They do things the right way. Captain Ben Marshall's been in the construction business for like 40 years, and he was blown away when they showed up at his house to just do the estimate on the roof. Couple of guys on the roof looking at everything to make sure they were going to get the project right. Nobody does it better, in my opinion, than Affordable Roofing Systems. Give them a call today, 1-888-397-ROOF. Get you a free estimate. Visit them online at affordableroofingflorida.com. Let's try to rattle through some of these here. Let's get Gene Hammond in quick. He was been on hold the longest. Lines of Liberty. Happy Veterans Day,
Hey,
my veteran brother. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, I am incredibly calm, relaxed, and stress-free. Number one, I'm not fishing the King of the Beach. And it feels good after 12 years.
Yeah.
And number two, I'm not talking to EAA contractors. How's he doing, Dylan? Is he red? Is he breathing heavy? Check his pulse.
I'm a little concerned about him.
Yeah, we're not doing a blood pressure check right now, for sure.
Hey, we got our first veterans trip with wheelchairs tomorrow morning. You might see us on Day News 9 and ABC Action News. Thank you to everybody's support. I can't wait to get this first trip out of the way. It's going to be a blast. And I want to tell you about one of these veterans that helped us out donating over $2,000 worth of gear. I go into his basement, and up on the wall, I see not one, but 2 Bronze Stars from service in Vietnam. 2 Bronze Stars.
Wow.
And next time, he doesn't talk about it, but next time you talk to Captain Jim Fogel, please thank him for his service. It's amazing.
I'm gonna have him. He's going to be up next. By
There
golly.
you go.
Yeah.
Thank you. Two Bronze Stars, that guy. He never talks about it.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me out of Jim Fogel.
Unbelievable.
Jim and I and Beth and Ruth, we've been friends a long time, and he's a class act, so none of that surprises me.
That goes back to what you said earlier. We got to watch out for the older guys.
Yeah, they're sneaky, dude. Yeah, go ahead and grab a hold of
Bronze Stars in Vietnam.
Go ahead and grab a hold of Jim Fogel. You might get a star in the neck.
Yeah. Good guy. But we will be out at the Veterans Day Parade in Newport Richey with our new boat as a float. And don't forget, Dylan has a friend for Bay Area Legal Services on November 12th,
yes,
3
sir.
to 7 at $3 Brewing.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me that info that we shared, and helping veterans out with legal services. So that's a good thing, too. For that's all a part of Pinellas County Vet Fest, right?
Yes.
Love that. Good stuff.
But thank you guys for your support. As always, you can find us on your Insta pages and Faceygrams. Just look for Lines of Liberty and go to your Tweety pages, whatever you follow.
Good stuff,
Sounds
Gino.
about right.
Again, happy Veterans Day, brother. I know that
you too.
You love to give a lot of love out to a lot of veterans, but you did your time in some bad places, and we appreciate you and all your brothers and sisters that serve this great country, my friend. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, partner. Good stuff right there. Gene Hammond is a great dude. Great dude. Let's check in with our, Captain Jim Fogel, U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary Captain Extraordinaire, Bronze Star recipient, not sharing that information twice. Good for you, Jim Fogel. Thank you for your service, my brother.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Just doing my job.
Well, that's above and beyond what most Americans, not all, but most Americans are capable of, and it's very impressive, my friend. And like I said, right there when I heard it, that doesn't surprise me out of you, my friend. I've known you a long time, and you're a great man. God bless you.
Thank you. And thanks to Capt Gene Hammond for all that he's doing, man.
Yeah.
He just does a hell of a job, helping people, helping the vets.
Yeah, man. We forget about them too quick. They make it all over the news. We ship them to these hellholes all over the world to, fix problems. And they go in there, they fix the problem, then they come back and we forget about them. It's uncalled for, man. There's no greater job in this country, in my opinion, than keeping us free and keeping us doing the things we love to do. So, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I'm going to give you a quickie here on a hunter. A guy up in California last month took off one morning in his pickup truck with a camper. No, it wouldn't have a camper. It had some sort of a top on the back. But he took off, went into the Sierra National Forest, which is not that's a gnarly place, man. It's like 10,000 feet up and very, very, very rocky. Anyway, he took off. He went down something. He was supposed to be an experienced hunter. He went down the wrong trail and bottomed out his truck, couldn't turn around. To make a long story short, he survived for 3 weeks.
That's crazy.
Now, yeah, it is crazy.
Dude didn't have
And
a
of
lot
course,
of friends.
his cell
Nobody
phone-
noticed you were missing for 3 weeks?
No, they did. They missed him after a while, but nobody knew where he was going. What does that mean? That means he didn't file a float plan, right? Or a hike plan.
No float plan.
Right. And B, he didn't have a PLB or anything with him other than his cell phone, which, you know, is up in the Sierras, it's probably good for about 25 feet or something, if that. But most of the places you don't have any contact. So the moral to the story is, you know, whether you're hunting or fishing, if you want to take the search out of search and rescue, tell somebody where you're going and make sure you got a PLB or something that will get people focused in on where you are.
Dude's kind of a badass, though, because, I mean, 3 weeks.
Good point.
He knows some stuff.
Bear Grylls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he might not have been prepared to save himself, but he was prepared in many
hang out
ways.
a while, yeah. Him and his camper in the Sierra Nevadas.
Most of us would have a rough time. Yeah, that would not be something we'd want to go do. You know,
no doubt. Good
Nor
call.
do we want to spend 3 weeks underwater. All right, boys. Thanks again for the time. For the Coast Guard Auxiliary in St. Pete, Jim Fogel. Be safe out there.
Great
Thanks.
job, brother. Great job.
I know personally, getting lost in the woods for 3 weeks without cell phone signal sounds pretty good.
I was struggling with the whole California man goes hunting thing. I was like,
There's some parts of California that are pretty legit.
Yeah, for sure.
Very
no doubt.
small parts.
Yeah, well,
but,
there is. Yeah, I agree. There's no
North
doubt.
California. There's some. Like,
I heard
Humboldt
and I heard
Forest.
it's beautiful. Yeah, I heard it's amazing.
Yeah.
I've never been out there, so
yeah. One of the greatest firearm collectors I know, and like some of the coolest stuff I ever got to do. Guy lived in California.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't live there anymore, right?
I doubt it.
He moved to Texas.
But there is some cool stuff out there.
Let's go to the phones here. Let's check in with the Mad Snooker, Dave Pomerleau. David, how are you, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. You guys are doing a great job as always. How many years now has it been, Mike, on the show?
Oh, well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, February will be 15, I believe.
On this show, but overall, it's been like 45.
He's such a jackwagon. He really is. It's hard to be friends with some people, David. It's really hard.
Well, you know, you two are the voice of fishing for the entire West Coast. You know, our whole area.
Listen, I've been telling everybody, Dylan is the future voice because I'm not long for this world.
Because he's been at it for 45 years.
Shut this down in any minute. Got to keep putting up with Dylan to make him sooner rather than later.
You're doing a great job. Absolutely.
Thanks,
oh, man, incredible. I got a 94-year-old neighbor. He listens to you guys every Saturday morning.
Yeah, we appreciate all our listeners. I tell you that and you know what? The big shout out really needs to go to Captain Mel Berman.
100%.
Because Mel,
he started.
Listen, Mel made. I say this all the time because when you talk radio in the fishing business, like at ICAST and things like that, people in other parts of the country are like, radio fishing show, blah blah blah, doesn't make sense. Mel Berman made fish radio cool in the Tampa Bay market. He made it possible for us to be able to do this. I mean, he laid that path, and he did it with so much class and so much style that, unfortunately, none of us could possibly live up to that.
Yeah.
But with that being said, he made it possible. And I'll tell you, when Billy and I first got the show on DAE, and we were on Sundays, and he was on Saturday, it would have been real easy for him to be like, oh, hell no. another fishing show in my market. He could have been grouchy. He could have been grumpy. He came in right away, gave us some love, gave us some pointers, talked us through some stuff. And again, Billy and I were both smart enough to know we're not gonna live up to that. That's why we didn't try to go up against him, because the dude's a legend. But he made it possible. That and all the incredible listeners, the passionate fishing community here in the Bay Area is special. It's very, very, and again, there's great fishermen, there's passion for the sport all over the country. Number one participation sport in the country. But the people in Tampa Bay, and Dylan knows this as well as anybody with the success that Hubbard's has here in the Bay Area, it's such a great market for fishing. It really is. So we're blessed. Really blessed.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you this, too. I'll tell you this for Dave. I want you to know this, too, Dave, and I don't know if I ever told you this. When this all went down and I got this show 15 years ago, I was absolutely a nervous wreck. And I had been doing radio for a while, but I was a total train wreck on how we were going to possibly pull this off. We were at the Frank Sargent show, the first one after we lost Mel. And you and a couple other people, but you, I especially remember because you and I were friends, but we knew each other, but we weren't as close as we've become over the years. And you came up to me and were like, listen, dude, you're the right guy. You're doing a great job. And it meant so much to me coming from you, because I knew how close you and Mel were, how often you were a caller and all that. So you helped really kind of settle me into that role a little bit, or let me, I guess, believe that I could actually pull this off for a while. So I thank you very much, my friend. You were a big help to me. I don't know if you knew.
You guys have pulled it off like superstars, and you got to admit, you two have the best personality and the chemistry between you guys. It's phenomenal.
We're pretty blessed. We get along pretty good. It's we got some good friendly banter.
Did everybody forget he threatened to kill me earlier in the show? I feel like we're just glossing over that.
He was joking.
Nothing but love.
D, help me out here.
Everybody knows. They know my personality by now.
Great chemistry. You guys get along so well. All right, whatever.
You guys are knocking it out of the park, and I got to fish. I got to fish tonight, and tomorrow night, and man, I am not going out Monday or Tuesday night. I can tell you that.
I don't blame you there, buddy.
Little chilly.
Gonna be chilly. Gonna be breezy.
I had a couple that fished with me Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday night, and in those 3 nights, I got about 150 snook, like 20 trout, a bunch of reds.
I saw the pictures. I saw the pictures.
Knocked it out of the park.
I just want to go back.
Monday night was slow.
I want to go back to OCC Roadhouse and to the conversation. My favorite part of that entire 2-hour snook dissertation that you gave, Dave, my favorite part was the sewer snook story. I've told that to like 2 or 3 different people so far. I love that story.
And I've had several people witness me do it over the years, and they just were like, "You got to be kidding me!" Now,
that's awesome.
I gotta find a drain where I gotta look for a manhole cover where that'll work again and reenact it and do it over again.
Yeah, I get it.
I do too.
Get all that on video.
Great show. I know you're up against the break here, and we appreciate it. And you guys keep up the good work, and many, many more years to come.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Talk soon, brother. Have a great weekend.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Great weekend. Bye.
You know what's cool and something to think about? You should see the pictures he sends me every week. Before he calls, he sends me all these pictures of your giant fish. If you want to be inspired to catch big snook, follow the Mad Snooker on social media. This dude, I'm telling you, it's crazy. I mean,
the 51-inch story was pretty good.
On the west coast of Florida, to do what he does snook-wise is pretty sick. We got that sneaky cat that comes to OCC too that catches a lot of pigs on the beach. Yeah, he's a sneaky cat.
Scott snook.
Yeah, he likes to slide around all under the radar.
He's still catching
snook. Oh yeah, he's dirty. No doubt. You just look at him and he's like fish from the tin. You keep an eye on those guys. Wrapping things up on the other side. We'll be back. The Bartow 4 Real Animal Radio.
If you want your windows there in wait, pick up the phone and just search Reese.
Scott couldn't make it to the last one because he was in Texas visiting his son.
I thought for sure he would be there, but that makes sense.
They know each other.
I'm sure they do. They probably bumped into one another at night somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Sneaky creatures.
Scott's a daytime guy.
Me too.
Daytime beach guy.
I'm not doing that nonsense at night. That's crazy.
Captain Jim said fire and ice. Who's fire and who's ice?
I just think it works because everybody knows we're having fun.
Mm-hmm. Man, a lot of people watching on YouTube today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that. I wish there was a way we could plug that on both YouTube channels. That would be great.
Yeah. Unfortunately, with YouTube, you can't cross-post like you can on Facebook.
Yeah, it's too bad.
On YouTube, when we were streaming on the Real Animals one, like the best we ever saw was like 2 or 3, just because the YouTube presence over there.
I just don't promote it enough.
We live stream 24/7 on YouTube.
I know there's a lot of stuff there, and I just don't promote it enough. I mean, almost 2 decades of shows.
I pay for 4 internet connections at the Marina for our webcams. And we stream a webcam 2 different webcams 24/7 on YouTube.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I want to add an underwater one, real bad. It would be cool.
It would be cool.
Yeah. Still trying to figure that one out.
There's got to be a way to do it. They do it at that bridge down the Keys.
Oh, there's ways to do it. The challenge is just, it's hard enough to get a webcam. Like the webcam up on top of the parking garage is really tough because you've got a camera up in 6 stories up. Then you've got a big run of wire to a room. You got modems. You got a big run of wire somewhere else. So it's tough just to do that one, and it's not in the water. The one on the dock, we would constantly have to be moving because the sand, the boat pulling in, pulling out. You would have to. I assume they have to take the camera out of the water every day and clean it. Because in Florida,
barnacles.
24 hours you have grass growing. So if you put a lens down there, even if you had it in a plastic container, that container would have to be scrubbed.
I wonder how they do that. I mean, it wouldn't be an easy get to at that bridge, not where it is.
They got to be able to pull it up. So what I envisioned was like putting like a PVC pole and a rod holder type thing, and that way you could drop it in, let it run, and then pick it up once a day and wipe it off. But then you have to run that wire, and it's something I'm planning.
I like it.
It's in the works.
Well, you certainly are a beast. I can't wait till I'm retired and just coming and chilling by you at Hubbard.
Paul Brown said polar bear and sugar bear. That's funny.
There's 200 million in rock. Sounds like crack.
It'd be a lot more than 200 million.
Yeah, if it was crack, for sure.
120,000 acre feet of crack rock. I wonder what the street price of that would be.
A lot.
Bet ChatGPT could tell us that. I'd probably get on some kind of list if I ChatGPT that, though.
Live follow-up from the parking lot? Question mark.
They were talking about the trucks.
Mine's dirty, but I do it. Hey, if you're making your way out today, maybe you're looking for a great place to just check out the water. You know, we live in the world's most beautiful place. Big shout out to our friends at Visit St. Pete Clearwater for our safe boating tip. And something you could go do today, tomorrow. The weather's going to be absolutely beautiful. Make your way down to John's Pass to the Friendly Fishermen. You know, they're back under management, the Hubbard family. Same family that's been serving up the best fishing and dining experiences in Madeira Beach for nearly a century. Come rediscover the Friendly Fishermen and taste the difference with the freshest seafood, improved menus, and the service you've come to expect from the Hubbard's name. Enjoy unbeatable waterfront views, a welcoming atmosphere, and flavors straight from the Gulf. Locals and visitors, come see what's new today at the Friendly Fisherman.
It's a great time to visit John's Pass for sure.
Period. Yeah, the weather's beautiful.
Tons of room, not a lot of people around. The Don's Dock Seafood Market's got tons of stone crabs. We got that new pirate ship to go cruising out on with the family. It's pretty awesome. So a lot of stuff going on in John's Pass, and the Friendly Fisherman's running that salmon special. They've got those crazy bacon wrapped scallops and amazing fish spread. Definitely worth going to visit today or tomorrow with this weather's beautiful. You could go hit the Friendly for lunch, maybe grab some stone crabs at Don's Dock, then slide on over to Rock Park for the King of the Beach weigh-in.
Dude.
Yeah.
I don't know
Sounds
if it gets
like
any
a great
better.
day.
Yeah, I don't know if it gets any better than that. Don't forget, we got our big Fishing for Hope food drive coming up. It's a Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Saturday, November 22nd. 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., North Rome Avenue, Holiday Tent. And if you can't make it there, you can donate dry food today at the King of the Beach weigh-in, thanks to Old Salts. Or starting this Monday through the 21st, you can hit the Bay Pines Pro Marine. Big shout out to Old Salts and Pro Marine for getting on board again this year and helping us out, making Fishing for Hope awesome.
World-class people, just absolutely world-class people at both Old Salts and Pro Marine for getting involved and helping us out and doing their thing. So super cool.
Yeah, excited for Fishing for Hope. Hopefully you guys can all join us, and it's going to be a special day.
Yeah, it's all a good time. Polar Bear and Sugar Bear will be there chilling.
Weather's looking really nice through this weekend. Going to get a little nautical Monday.
Quick.
Yeah, we're moving on. Monday, Tuesday, weather looks a little nautical, so get out there and take advantage of the weather. We're on the backside of that full moon. We got some good water flowing. Fishing is going really well. It's going to be a great day today and tomorrow. Then you're going to have to wait a few days for it to calm back and stabilize behind the front, probably Wednesday, Thursday before fishing recovers.
Yeah. Going to be a tough week. Weather update always brought to you by our good friends at Reese Windows and Doors. Visit reesewindows.com for more information.
And don't forget, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy. We'll see you tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. for the live stream show, and tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 for 620 Real Animals Sunday.
T.A. Mahoney Company, Real Animals Radio Show. Captain Mike Mahoney is leaving, I think, today. Early tomorrow for Georgia. Myself, Captain Big Ben Marshall will be in. We're going to have a guest with us as well. So check it out. Give us a call. We'll be talking fishing live.
Yes, sir. And don't forget, if you're too busy to go fishing, too darn busy.
Too darn busy.
We did it. We did it. Appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging out and joining us today. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. for the Sunday night show. Tomorrow morning for the Sunday AM show, 7 to 9 a.m., 620 WDAE, and streaming live on the Real Animals Facebook page. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend. Get out there, take advantage of this beautiful weather, and, man, good times.
Yeah, it's super good stuff. I got Coop's Catch tomorrow night. I probably won't be able to join if we're doing the tournament on Monday. We'll see. We're doing a big fundraiser for pediatric cancer with the Lightning tomorrow night. So supposed to be there. We'll see if we can do the tournament. This weather may have it in jeopardy. We should know more today by noon. But, all kinds of good stuff. And again, please, I know that things are really, really tight for a lot of people, all the craziness going on with the government this year. So the meals for the holidays that Metropolitan Ministries delivers is going to be really, really paramount. They're going to be strapped for food, and then following that, they're going to be strapped for Christmas gifts and food for the Christmas holiday. So if you have the means, every little bit helps. If you have an extra can, if you have an extra bag of food that you can drop off there at Metropolitan Ministries, it's going to go a long, long way this year. So, check your heart and get involved. And even if you can't make the Fishing for Hope, and we certainly hope you do, we'd love to see you guys. But it's a good year when you get a chance. Swing by Metropolitan Ministries and help them out. They're going to need it.
And big shout out to veterans. Happy Veterans Day, y'all. Appreciate your service. Land of the free because of the brave. Appreciate y'all.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
That did not survive, no other details were released. The FAA says it will soon begin to increase flight reductions if the shutdown continues, leading to fears the holiday travel season will be adversely affected. Florida gas prices continue to fall. AAA reports today's average price for a gallon of regular is $2.86, and that's 11 cents cheaper than last week's price. With Florida's news, I'm Tim Adkins.